Hey everybody, how you doing? This is Marlon Hurd, and I want to welcome you to W4 training. All right, this is for everyone that wants to learn how to correctly fill the W form, form W4. Also, those individuals who are in business or looking to get in business, how you can make the adjustments on your form W4 to start getting more money back on your paycheck. Okay, so first thing we're going to do, start up here. It says it right here, the purpose of this form. Okay, a lot of people don't read these forms. Like, you go to your job, you're just so happy to get a job and get a paycheck that you just fill the form out. All right, you don't even take a look, but it says the purpose right here. It says complete the form 4. All right, and what I suggest you do is go print one out right now. Go to irs.gov and search W4, print one out. Or if you're watching this on a website and I have a link to it somewhere, go print it off, okay? So this is a complete Form W4 so that your employer can withhold the correct federal income, all right, tax from your pay. Consider completing a new Form W4 each year and when your personal or financial situation change. Some of you, your situation have changed, but you haven't updated your Form W4. Like some of you, when you got started your job, you were single. Now you're married. Now you're married with children, or you have children that moved out, or maybe you're taking on taking care of an elderly parent. Okay, so we're gonna look over here at A. Enter 1 if you can claim yourself as a dependent, right? Enter 1 if you want to ask yourself, is this me? Enter 1 if you're single, only have one job. Or you're married, only have one job, and your spouse doesn't work, or your wages from a second job, or your spouse's wages, total both, or $1,500 or less. If that's the case, put 1. Enter 1 for your spouse, but you may consider 0 if you are married and have either a working spouse or more than one job. Okay, that's you. Put a 1. Enter number of dependents. How many dependents do you have? Right, children. Your own. Maybe now you've adopted children, or some people have taken on other people's children. Put that here. Like for me, I have 4. Okay? Enter 1 of your head of household. Now this doesn't mean like I'm the man head of household or I'm the woman head of household. It tells you right up here. Head of household. Generally, you can claim head of household filing status on your tax return only if you are unmarried. Only if you are unmarried and pay more than 50% of the cost of keeping up a home for yourself and your dependents or other qualifying individuals. Okay? Head of household, if that's you, put there. Put 1 if you have $2,000 in child care or dependent care expenses, right? Daycare, a lot of people do. I know we did, so we put that 1. All right, child tax credit. It tells you right here, if your income is less than $70,000 if you're single, or $100,000 if you're married, enter 2 for each child. Then less 1. So like for us, we have 4 children, so that's 8 minus 1, that'd be 7, okay? And if you have 2 to 4 eligible children, or less 2 if you have 5 or more. All right, less 2 if you have 5 or more. Okay, less 1 if you have 2 to 4, less 2 if you have 5 or more. Put that number here. Ours will be 7. Okay, and then you add them up, and this number right here goes down here. Okay, now if your exemptions are high, if your exemptions is at 9, all right, I think 9 is the highest that you can go on your exemption. That means you pay no federal taxes, all right? And you can adjust these accordingly. You can adjust these accordingly, to make sure that you don't owe or, you get all that you can, okay? So adjust your page 1. Now on page 2, all right, are where you make the adjustments. We call this deductions and adjustments for those in business, all right? So let's say, for instance, on page 1, you have a low exemption, okay, and you want to get more money back on your paycheck. Well, that is changes made here on page 2. So here on page 1, you will write your deduction. Now, where do you get deductions from? Well, when you have a business, you get deductions from a lot of your bills now become business expenses, right? So now your cell phone bill, half of that is a business expense. A lot of miles that you drive are business expenses. You do some postage, business expenses. Whatever percentage of your home that's used for business, that percentage of your utilities are a business expense. You got your new license, business expense. So those are where your deductions are. Okay? So what you want to do is first look at number 2 and find out where you fit on the standardized deduction. Okay? Because everybody gets standard deductions. So we're going to use $12,700 if married, filing jointly, or qualifying widower. So we're going to add $6,000 to that. We're going to put $18,700 here. Okay? And then we're going to add $12,700 here. But make sure whatever number you are, add $6,000. So we're going to subtract these two and put $6,000. All right? Now, number 4 is that enter the estimate of 2017 adjustments to any income or additional standard deductions. All right? This, on your 1040, when you filed taxes last year, on your 1040, between lines 23 and 36, whatever number that is, you would put here. All right? But just standard, you can put 4050. That's what we're going to do. We're going to put 4050 right there. That's the standard number. Then we're going to add these two. Now we have 1050. 10,050. Okay? Now, line 6 says, enter the estimate of your 2017 non-wage income. Non-wage is like if you have investments out there and you're getting paid dividends and things of that nature. Most individuals don't. All right, but if you do, you will put that number here. So we're just going to put 0. We're going to subtract 6 from 5. Since it's 0 here, 10,050. All right, and then we're going to take this number and divide it by 4050. All right, I don't know where they get that number from, but it's on here. Divided by 4050, and you're actually going to get 2.48. All right, so you drop the decimal and you put 2. All right, you put 2. Okay, and then whatever number you got from the front, all right, let's say your number here was 5. We'll just use that as an example. Let's say 5. So you will put 5 right here and then 7. So this number now replaces the number here, all right? It replaces the number here, all right? So this no longer be 5, it'd be 7, and then down here would be 7. So by having a business and adding deductions, you increase your allowances. And when you increase your allowance, that's less tax that's on your paycheck. And that's how you increase your paycheck. So what happens is instead of waiting for your tax return, you're getting that money now on your paycheck. So if you get a return every year, that means you're paying too much in taxes. So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen, you need the money right now. All right? Why wait every year? You need the money right now. And because you're in business, a lot of things that you spend that money on is a tax deduction. Okay? So that's just some information I wanted to share with you. I hope this made a lot of sense. Listen, if you're not in a business, join one right now. Join right now, because there's so much more that joining a business can give you other than this. There's so much more information that we have for you. Things like TaxBot. All right. In order to do this, you have to do have great documentation. Well, TaxBot is a great way to keep everything documented. All right. So that anytime you spend money, TaxBot, you can take a picture of the receipt, categorize it, and say, yes, this is for business. And so TaxBot is a great way to keep great documentation. So there's so much more to joining a business. But right now, we can show you how to put an extra $300 to $500 a month on your paycheck just by taking advantage of a business. And if you don't have one, we have a great one that you can join. If you're already in one, make sure that you make these adjustments yourself and then teach others, okay? So again, this is Marlon Hurd, the Value there. Well, thank you for watching this video, and we'll be talking with you soon.